In this video, I want to begin to talk about the unit circle. And I'm just going to look at quadrant 1 of the unit circle, because if you can learn quadrant 1, then it's very easy to just reflect these points over the different axes to get quadrants 2, 3, and 4. Now, what you need to know in this unit circle on this video is a couple things. One, what are the coordinate points or the coordinates of these points that I've just marked? And then also, like, what degree are those at? So you need to know your special triangles from the special triangle videos, your 45, 45, 90, and your 30, 60, 90 right triangles. And with those, we can write the ordered pairs for these points. Now, as a reminder, this is a unit circle, which means that the radius of this circle is 1, which means this point out here at 0 degrees is the point 1, 0. The point up here at 90 degrees is the point 0, 1. The other points are going to be square root of 3 over 2, comma 1/2. Square root 2 over 2, comma square root 2 over 2. And then 1/2, comma square root 3 over 2. Now, you need to be able to come up with those points on your own, and you need to be able to do it instantly, automatically, right? So how do I do it? I'm going to show you a couple ways that you can attempt to learn kind of how to memorize these points. Well, maybe 3 ways. One way is just to flat out memorize them. Another way is to look at a pattern in the points that you see. If I write all the different numbers I see this way, I'm going to start with the square root of 0 over 2, square root 1 over 2, square root 2 over 2, square root 3 over 2, square root 4 over 2. So you can see the numerator has just incremented by 1 under that square root. Well, the square root of 0 divided by 2 is just 0. The square root of 1 divided by 2 is 1/2. Square root of 2 divided by 2 doesn't simplify. Square root of 3 divided by 2 doesn't simplify. The square root of 4 is 2, and 2 divided by 2 is 1. All right, so look at those numbers. They're ranked in order from least to greatest. And let's just start at this point here. Look at the x values. It starts with 0, 1/2, square root 2 over 2, square root 3 over 2, and 1, which is just these numbers in order. The y values, starting at the top, start with the largest number, and then they work their way back down the list to the smallest number, okay? So that's one way you can do this, is just remember the order, rank the numbers from smallest to largest, and then just go in order back and forth along that curve. The other way that we can do it, I've had a lot of students do this with success in the past. Let me trace out this right triangle. Okay, so that's our 30-degree angle right triangle. And in this triangle, to get to this point, we have to go over a lot. We have to go up a little. All right, so over a lot, up a little. I know I'm not going to use the 0 and the 1 points. So if I'm just looking at these 3 values here in the middle, this one is a lot. This one is a little. So I'm going over a lot, which is the big number. I'm going up a little bit, that's the smallest number, okay? Now, I can use that exact same idea on the other 30, 60, 90 triangle. If we trace this one out, All right, so here now I'm looking at the 60-degree angle, and for that angle, I'm going over a little, and then I'm going up a lot. So over a little bit along the x, that's 1/2. Up a lot on the y, that's square root of 3 over 2. On the 45, 45, 90 right triangle, the one that's down the middle, well, recall that in a 45, 45, 90 right triangle, the legs are the same. This leg and this leg are the same, so we want the same x and y value. We're just going to pick that one that's in the middle. So I tend to, personally, I like to use this over a little bit or a lot, up a little bit or a lot, to help me figure out which ones are the square root 3 over 2 comma 1/2 point, which one is the 1/2 comma square root 3 over 2 point. Okay, that's quadrant 1 of the unit circle. With a little bit of practice and a little bit of effort, you can master quadrant 1 and then apply that to all 4 quadrants of the unit circle.